TJ, welcome to Frags Inbound. I am here once again with my friends Remor.
Woo.
Oh crap, I turned off my desktop audio. Remor. I'm here with Remor and I'm here with Grim. Say hi guys.
Woo.
Yeah, there you go.
Hello, everyone.
That works. Alright. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit weird. I have heard your complaints that this game is a little too hard, and I'm going to take a bit of a side story here. Just A, because it is 72
Who
days
said
until your
that?
next major location.
Thank you.
It is 72 days until your next major location, and it's also, you guys have only accomplished maybe 24 days of travel before any of these events happen. So, it's a ways from now. Anyways,
Cool.
so dropping right in. Uh, I'm just gonna bump this to scene. You guys currently are the yellow ship here. That is the barn door. Your alert message is where your major objective currently is. You guys have a ways to go, but right now you guys are nearing a planet, which is where this story begins. I'm just gonna put on
All right,
some
there we go.
music. Warehouse 13, that'll be one. So, you guys are in the middle of space. You're sort of just going through. It's been about 24 days, give or take. The crew of the barn door have been sort of discussing what the meaning behind the masks are and how exactly they can be used to control people. And I believe you guys actually get a datapad entry. I'm not sure. Give me a minute while I look for it. I should really have these things right up here. Captain's log, Fragged Empire. Do I have it? Okay, yeah, I have it.
Baby?
So you guys, in particular, Fall. You guys are probably in the middle of a discussion regarding the meaning of the masks when your datapad lights up. Instead of having a countdown or anything else that reaches 0, there is a password entry here. The kid that was mentioned a couple pages ago, Taka, he sort of lights up and he asks for the datapad. Do you pass it off to him?
Sure.
He looks at the
I
datapad.
pull the data pad out.
Okay.
Over.
He looks at the datapad. He's like, "This is English, isn't it? I read about this in the outposts. Here, let me see if I can input a couple tries at this. I know a couple military passwords from my time hiding in the ventilation systems and spying on officials." Which gives you an idea of how this dude's life must have been. He taps on the datapad a bit, and there is a ding, and the datapad unlocks. The thing that is opened up immediately is Captain's Log, February 282. Same as before, the Black and Gate Weights and Hollowed space entry, except it has been filled in. There is a flash on the screen and like a redacted file warning, and then there's like a buzzing, and it's like, "Welcome back, Helen Saika. Captain's Log, February 2821. They wait beyond. They hunt us. They are not to be trusted. The Consortium aren't human. They do not physically exist. What we can tell is that they have a single human host who, when infected, replicates many non-human duplicates. In our fight with them, we have seen them take the form of our crew after killing us. They know how to trick and fool us. If multiple duplicates of somebody show up, there is most likely a consortium waiting for you. Redacted level 4 cleared. Welcome back, Helen. The Blackened Gate. They are terrifying. They seem to hold influence over 60% of the human homeworlds. They are Archon, but they aren't at the same time. We have seen them manipulating major human government organizations. They have a faction base of their own in a space beyond what we can consider real, a Terran reality, if you will. Our records change more and more the more we figure out. The only way that we can keep realistic notes is if we keep redacted files like these. If you've discovered this, consider this the first step to the truth. Beware the blackened gate. Are you guys still there? Oh, nope. Grim just dropped. Oh no. Alright. Grim, hello. Oh shit, that's not good. Well, yeah, beware the blackened gate. There is the starts of another message, the DA, and then it corrupts heavily. There's about a paragraph of corrupted data here, and then the datapad reboots, like just straight up turns off and turns back on. It says reboot complete. Welcome back, Saika. The data, one more line decrypts. It says the blackened gate waits in shadowed space. Seek them out, kill them all. The data entry ends. I'll just give a drop of all of this to Grim. Copy, paste. And copy, paste. That is the data entry. While I'm waiting on Grim, Remor, what have you been doing in the past 24 days? Nothing huge?
Nope, not much really.
Okay, fair enough. Would it be safe to assume that you've been watching any official channels, anything like that? Have you been, like, keeping track of this whole force is growing, or?
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on them whilst upgrading weapons and stuff.
Okay, fair enough. What I would say then, if you're keeping tabs on stuff, so most major channels are talking about a grouping of about, there's been a small jump. There's about 300 more of these black ships. But they've stopped hunting whatever it is they're originally hunting, and right now they're just searching. They're doing like clean sweeps over most of the Hybraxis system, but they're not checking the south quite yet. They're moving south from a west to east sweeping pattern. So like think like Space Invaders. They're going down the screen in like a Space Invaders back and forth pattern, and every single time they clear a sector, they move down one space. Right now, I'd say that your major enemy force is right around Cerebrus. So that's where the black ships currently are. The black ships that you guys encountered aren't actually mentioned. There haven't been any black ship reports anywhere south of the Halo Nebula, which is weird because you guys encountered them right around here. For the most part, though, it's just general stuff. You guys seem to be in the clear for now. Given about a couple weeks worth of time, you should encounter them again, but for now, you guys are okay. Grim, where the heck are you? His computer is rebooting. Oh god. Alright, that makes sense. Meanwhile, I guess I'll check Twitch chat. See if anybody is commenting anything. Doop. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. No. Just alright. In that case, oh boy, both of them dropped, huh? I might set this to be right back, because this might be a bit bigger of a problem than I figured it might be. Give me a second, guys. Both of their computers just restarted from scratch. Oh god. Alright. This is probably not as good as I This is probably worse than I thought it would be. Right. Alright, are they back? Are we good? No? So, I'm eating pie.
I return.
Remore just instantly dropped and hasn't come back online since. I'm worried about, like, maybe he has had a power outage or something insane like that. He had one last time that we were playing Age of Splendor. Oh, he's back online. Hey! Remore the man! Yeah.
Remore the murder hobo?
Pretty much. This week's quest. I designed
Is
the quest.
to not be a murder hobo?
This week's quest, I've designed the quest giver so that he isn't actually important to the main story, and if you guys kill him, it's totally fine. Like, Remor's killed so many major quest NPCs that I've just taken to changing around the importance of the quest NPCs.
Give me a second.
Oh shit, I just realized that the main NPCs of this game in this quest have frickin' anger from Nephilim. Oh no! Oh god, we're all doomed. Oh no. Poor Remor.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just suffering from bad life choices.
Apparently. Shit, dude. Right. So you guys are about to see something really fun. Once everybody else is back, because Grim just said he was going AFK for a minute. I'm currently eating peach pie. Peach pie is the best pie. Except for maybe pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is best pie.
Okay, where are we at then? What did I miss?
Nothing really. After you disappeared, Grim immediately disconnected too, so I'm like, this isn't good. So I just said, like, I'll be right back. We'll grab some food, some drink, and we'll resume once everybody's back.
So professional.
Yeah, well, welcome to the life of a live streamer. There are no constants in this world. Only chaos and death. I fully expect you to kill off a bunch of these Zao, so I've made several of them unimportant to the main quest line.
Several.
Several of them.
There's more than several.
There are 13 of them.
Oh, 13. I can kill 13, yeah. Sure.
They're all pacifistic non-combatants.
Oh, that's just making my life too easy. Just gonna stand there while I kill them. Awesome.
No murder hobo.
Welcome back, Grim.
No, bad. Sorry, I was doing things.
Alright, welcome back to this bullshit. Alright. We're back to being live in... Let me swallow this peach pie in my mouth. Okay, we're back in 3, 2, 1. Unmute. Alright, we're good. Yeah, welcome back. We had two major incidences at the same time. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I promise.
Are you positive that we're fine?
Probably not. But welcome to the story of my life. Right. I swear to God, if at the rate I'm getting technical difficulties, we're gonna eventually have to have like a live stream emote for technical difficulties. Like if I ever get partner like major status with Twitch where I can actually start doing that, you bet your ass it's the first one I'm putting on.
Good.
It's like me stabbing someone.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually think I'll do that. Right. So here's the fun part. That data entry ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you guys are gonna do first off before this happens? I assume you guys have taken
Well,
the
I'm
time
going
to
to
read it through.
change. Wait, what am I doing?
I
What am
read
doing?
it
What am I
through.
doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm changing out my weapon
Okay.
for a blade knife.
So you're taking away your rocket launcher and giving yourself a stabby knife.
No, no, no. Keeping the acid rocket launcher. I'm just taking away the armor's cannon.
Oh, okay. What are you doing, Grim?
It's
I'm still trying to figure out what I want to. Sorry, I was in the process of pulling open the book so I could actually figure out what exactly I wanted to do next. Because
Oh.
we're leveling up. Are we leveling up this round?
You've already leveled up. It's
Like
a
I
matter
said.
of like apply your feats and stuff.
I actually have all the ones that I would like to do,
Okay.
like on my character sheet. I just haven't figured out which exactly I'm taking this round.
Fair enough. I need to pull out a D100 chart of random things for a quick second,
Oh.
and I need to roll 2 dice.
I need to roll. Can I roll a spare time roll to
Yeah,
try and pick up comms?
Sure, go for it. Might not need to.
I will wait.
Here, let's see. What is this? 10 and 13. Oh, this is a D12. That's why. 7. 10 to 7. Right. This is gonna be a weird one. So you guys are sitting in the middle of space. I am watching over this data pad, and there was a popping sound, and a ship appears from hyperspace. It has 60% of its armor torn away, and most of its hull is mildly to heavily degraded. The silver-stripped plating sparkles and shines strangely in the light. It looks totally ruined, but you get a comms hail. I need to play this.
I take the comms hail.
What? Fine goods from beyond this galaxy. My name is Klekka. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What? This is hard to roleplay out. Okay. Basically it just basically sits there and waits for you. There is no voice on the other end until you say something.
Okay. Wait. So this person is a shop, basically.
A shop, yes.
Okay. What might you have in form of communications?
I need to roll. Okay, I rolled 3. Okay. Give me a minute. This is just me having fun with this now. 7. We're selling fish, rocks, outfits, and training books.
What was the last one?
Training books. Out of character plus 1 to rolls and stuff.
I was about to ask. What are we talking about for training books? But
yeah, like plus 1 to like spare time rolls. They're like one-off versions of toolkits that I've sort of homebrewed up.
Okay. So it's like the adventurer's guide from Taz.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it multiple use training book?
It is one-time use, and they're expensive, but they give you permanent bonuses. So you can use it and you'll get a permanent plus 1 to like mechanics, or a permanent plus 1 to medical, or a permanent plus 1 to physical checks.
A modifier from -2 to +1.
It'll bump it up by 1. So it'll go from
Okay,
like -2 to -1, or 0 to 1.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because if you're gonna let me have that, I'm going to break it.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I am like shivering for some reason. My teeth are chattering. I don't know what the hell's going on. My vent is blowing cold air into my room. 1 second. It's the middle of July. No, August. What the hell? I'm not okay with this. No, bad. Sorry, my vents are blowing cold air into my room. That's fun. That's how bad the smoke is in this place. Right.
All right, I think I know what I'm gonna take.
Okay.
Just again, OOC. I'm gonna take. Actually, hold on. I'm looking over other things.
I'm gonna
My
have to
brain's going-
roll. I'm also gonna have to roll 2d6 to determine. Oh wait, no. How many are there? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 major ones. I have to roll the d12 to see what training books they actually have. 9, 6, 5, and I'm gonna save that one too. Where did that dice go? All the way over there. 2. So the ones that they have are one on programming, which is great. One on survival. One on awareness. And one on leadership. Those are the books that they have. On that, they have like outfit stuff. And then they're trading fish and rocks for credits for whatever ungodly reason.
Are the rocks shiny?
Very.
Good to know. Can I tell you what trade I'm taking?
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades? Oh. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. Everything goes to a -1, right?
Actually, let me reread that a second, because if it increases,
I gave it to Sirius.
On all of those, I know. That's what I'm saying. If it increases my hit on all of those, reduce all untrained, fat professional, and vehicle system skill roll penalties by 1.
Yep. I've taken Jack of all trades and reliable, so everything is at 0 for Sirius. And then I took Power Flow, which gives me like the ability on crits to give you extra systems rolls and other stuff.
I've just like all my things are either adding to things that I may or may not have, or are going to just be like other little small things.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, getting the ability to train in another skill.
Oh, okay. I think I know the one you're talking about there.
What's Jack of all trades under?
My conversation's at 0 right now, though.
Yeah.
Don't remember why, but it is.
A bit weird.
I know it is. Oh, culture.
And given how much my person is literally going between like, oh, doing this and oh, doing that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've started getting to that point. Like, in-game, just started realizing that I'm not as bad as I thought about a lot of these things.
Yeah, I've started to realize that Sirius is absolutely fucking OP when it comes to programming, so I nearly gave him Hacker. But I didn't, because I was like, he's supposed to be an engineer, not a hacker programmer, right?
I mean, you have to know how to program some of the stuff.
True.
But, like, you can, like, sorry, Connor, you can see my sheet, right?
Semi. Give me a minute to open it up. You're using it under Roll 20, right?
Yeah.
Character sheet. I'm just gonna. Oh God, I'll have to show this to the party, huh? Oh my.
I mean, you don't have to.
What level are you?
All no. Anything that has a P next to it is like things that I want to do, like potential.
Right.
Like things that I was like, okay, these are things I can do and have fun with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Strong.
Basically anything that's The only things that I have right now are strong and wise Farins and jack of all trades.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I just like keeping, like, if I'm gonna think about doing something long term, I like having an idea of what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Jeez, you have a +2 to astronomy.
Yep, because racial +1. Oh, that's why. Conversation was already at a +1 because of my racial stuff.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, -1 because of racial.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And astronomy I'm at 2 because, magic.
Yeah. Fair enough. You're gonna very much like one of the potential rewards you can get out of the quest line I'm coming up with.
It's like 3 biotech now, I thought.
Sorry, what?
3 biotech.
Is there a biotech manual?
There isn't a biotech manual. There are manuals on programming, survival, awareness, and leadership.
How much are they a piece?
Right. What is a standard price for these? I'm gonna say, how many resources do you guys have? I haven't given you many, right?
Credits.
We just got another resource by leveling up.
That's
and
max
another
resources. It's max, not current.
Oh, apparently I have 6 spare time points I can play with.
Oh shit.
I haven't been using them.
Feel free to use that either like after game on like more complicated stuff, or during the game if you see stuff you really need.
Okay.
Okay.
How much are the books going to cost us?
They're probably going to say, well, the guy who you think is named Klekka, just sort of, there's silence on the other end. He's like, I'd say, God, I don't know how to get this. I'd say 500 credits.
What?
16 spare time roll.
Did you say 500 credits for a single book?
500 credits and rare modifier. That makes it a 16T.
So I have to go 16.
Sorry, what, Ringmore?
So
you would have to
roll.
You'd have to use a spare time roll and roll a 16 or better.
I just have to pay him.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna try this anyways.
Okay. Give it a go.
Wait, is there any way to barter him down?
That's up to you.
What would I need to barter with him?
Role play it out, is what I'd say as VM.
I can't say threatening. I'm not anywhere near him. He's on the comm channel.
Oh, also, while you guys have been sitting here, it's a bit weird, but I know that the ship looks like a Delirict, but there's weird moments where it's like a ship sort of seems to like shimmer and shift between being like brand new, like high level spaceship, and Delirict, and somewhere in the middle, and it just like it flickers back and forth every couple minutes.
I noticed that, but I'm kind of just like, interesting. But yeah, you saw what I want to do, right?
Yeah, I saw what you're wanting to go for, and it seems a little scary.
Well, I mean, most of it is just adding to certain things.
Yeah,
and
but you're gonna get like
the far and more specific.
Yeah. You're just gonna get like buffed to hell in the end, though, if you keep going the way you're looking at it.
Well, I mean, why not? This is also just based on the traits that we have. I just thought, what's gonna be good for my character? Bang. But also, the last time I noted down how many credits I had about 700 plus some unknown amount.
Yeah.
Because you told me unknown amount and it told me some form of an amount, but you didn't really give me an answer, like a number.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch sitting in escrow.
Yeah.
And You said they have leadership and programming?
Leadership, programming, survival, and awareness.
Can more than one person use the book?
Just once. Just once, and then it gives you a permanent +1 and deletes the book from your sheet.
Okay. Well, no, but like if I say I used it, and then you pass the physical thing off to someone else, could they also use it? I'm asking because I want to game that, but
I'd say
but
it
at the same
works
point,
a little bit like a one-time use like flash drive. So you upload it, and you've got the data on your data pad, and that works towards you. But I'd say that it's like private, like copyrighted, locked to your data pad, and you can't transfer it over.
Okay, so it would just stay on my data pad?
Yeah, pretty much. And whenever you need it, you just look at your data pad, and it comes up with information that you need.
Cool. All right. I would. I'm trying to think. Do we still have any cargo? Do we still have any cargo that we might have on the ship?
What do your guys' sheets say? Having given you guys opportunities to mark them down.
Well, you gave us
two
this.
boxes of illegal weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gave us those boxes of illegal contraband. What you looking for?
How many crates was that? 3? I think that was 3 or 4.
Yeah, I've got 4.
Okay.
On mine.
Yeah, role play it out. Let's see how this goes.
Well, you're the conversationist. I'll let you go for it then.
Cool.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna say just role play it out, see how the conversation goes, and whether or not they want to trade with you in the first place.
Rimor, you're more than welcome to begin.
No, you're the conversationist. Stop killing him.
I love how this is split up in like classes.
I'll kill him and take the books from his cold dead hand.
Oh fuck.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk with him.
Okay.
What was his? Can you remind me what his name was, please?
You haven't heard his name yet, but all he will ever say is Klekka. So you're probably at this point assuming his name is Klekka.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Klekka.
Hello.
We actually have a couple of boxes of supplies that we might want to trade with you.
Yes.
Could we possibly trade a box or two for a couple of those books?
I'll need to know what they are. Different galaxies and different timelines have different laws.
What exactly are they again?
Illegal
I know that there's some kind of contraband, but I don't remember.
They're weapons.
I don't remember what kind.
Guns.
They're weapons.
Rifles. Rocket launchers. Pistols. Ammunition.
Okay. Well, from a cursory look, they seem to be some form of weapons. We would like. I understand that it is very, well, taboo in some times and areas of space, but they do seem to be fairly valuable.
Come aboard. We'll see in person. And the bottom of the freighter opens up, like slides open, and there is a sort of very suspicious looking light coming from the bottom. As in like
a suspicious light?
Like a video game style, like, oh, you should probably enter here sort of light.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can the ship go into the freighter or no?
Yes, it is an enormous ship. We're talking like a class 8 or 9, like something so big that it isn't available to any of you guys ever.
Okay. I look towards Celeste and ask if, and I look towards Celeste. Would you mind if we went ahead and did that? I went ahead and see if we could trade with them.
I don't mind. Give the word. We're here to support you guys.
All right. Go ahead and take the. Go ahead and maneuver the ship into the loading bay.
Okay. The ship is completely ruined, but totally and completely fine at the same time. Ruined hulls have a strange overlaid hull over top that's just swept free of debris.
It looks like
It's
staticky.
like it's like like there's like a moment where it's like there's a really shitty ruined corridor going down, but at the same time it's like there's a completely different corridor overlaid over top of it. There are some crew that like aren't there. Like there's like translucent crew members just sort of wandering around mixed with like completely visibly normal crew members. And they're strange. They have long, gangly limbs, one eye, and a slit mouth. Lizard-like tongues hang from their mouths, and their skin color are various colors ranging from gray to a pale green to a pale purple. Their clothing is a variety of burqas, shawls, wrap pants, next to full-body fine leather suits, next to salvaged combat armor. They carry weapons ranging from sticks to ion cannons and speak in a multitude of languages while seemingly understanding each other perfectly fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
I land and I motion to Swagger, not to
Swagger?
Celeste, the Swagger.
Yeah.
To Celeste and then to Sirius.
Yep.
Sirius, you're going to come with me.
Right.
Celeste, just make sure that the ship's fine,
Right.
like normal.
Yes, I can do that.
And Que, you're coming with us as well. You're not to kill anybody. At least until we might need it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up Warehouse 13 again because music.
So, it's okay to be a murder hobo. Just
be careful
when it's.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm not gonna. I'm going to limit murder hoboing at least enough that we're not going to cause mass mayhem.
Okay.
But when we need it, it's fine.
Okay. So, are you guys disembarking?
One quick question.
Yes.
Are we going to need suits?
No. This is
okay.
This is like you guys are through like what looks like a hard light grid, like something that just allows ships to go through and like not people or anything else. The inside of this freighter seems to be completely pressurized air. It's completely fine to breathe, completely fine to walk around with. You might get a little bit lightheaded after a little while, but other than that, you're completely fine.
Okay. Then I disembark with us. I assume Sirius and Quet in tow.
Yep. Sirius disembarks with you. As you guys disembark,
Assuming we've left our weapons on the ship, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, Sirius is probably going to carry his SMG with him, slung across his shoulder. But other than that,
I'm gonna keep my normal rifle.
Okay.
My ion rifle on just because I feel a bit more comfortable with that.
Yep.
And I'm going to assume my knife is just hidden at the moment.
Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my retractable wrist blade hidden at the moment.
Okay. Fair enough. So
course I am a weapon, so
True. Psionics are kind of a little bit crazy like that.
The best part is that I'm not even a psionic.
You aren't? Oh yeah, right.
No.
It's the far end, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. All right.
Melt people's faces off. Let's go.
Yeah, right. True enough. All right, you guys disembark. As you guys disembark, there is one Klekka in particular who's wearing like a blue military suit with a green and like very like pale green fedora with like wrap pants and like sashes hanging off his side, and he looks up at you guys and he sort of gives like a very like his eye sort of furrows and he's like, You're the ones.
I believe we are.
Unload it.
Wait, what?
Unload the cargo. We'll
Unload it.
take a look.
All right. I look at Sirius.
Yep.
And you want to signal up to get the cargo?
Yep. Sirius nods. He's like, bring it down. And the rest of the, like, there's 5 or 6 crew members who sort of come off of the ship carrying, like, boxes of weaponry and armor. The Klekka's eyes harden at the sight of one box in particular, but the other 3 he seems really excited about. He motions with a hand, and like 5 or 6 Klekka seeming like appear out of nowhere down the hall, and they walk up to the crates and start sorting through them. And these guys don't physically seem there either. They're like sort of shaky and translucent, and like if one of you guys try to touch them, your hand passes like right through them, except you can also still feel like a jelly-like texture to it. It's a little weird.
There's resistance, but not really.
Yeah, pretty much. And this lead Klekka seems completely solid, but everybody else doesn't. And he sort of looks at you guys and he's like, "You flesh and bloods are a little weird. I don't get you. These cannons."
I look at him and go, the feeling's a bit mutual, but okay, but it's interesting for sure.
The Klekka, we're multi-dimensional beings. We come from pretty much every possible timeline and dimension at the same time. We trade over multiple timelines with multiple different organizations. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't fucking matter as long as we get our money. Our ship's the same way. It's also multi-dimensional. Everything that you see here is about 86 different possible realities stacked on top of each other. Jim over here, he slaps one of the Klekka across the back of the neck and he just stumbles backwards. He doesn't actually exist. He's just sort of he's just available in like one of the possible dimensions, but we pick on him, so he's fine. The rest of them, though, those guys all exist in like 80-90% of each dimension. They're only like half here in this dimension. Like, apparently we're all sort of some kind of Delaric crew, so in this dimension they don't really seem to properly exist. Slimy, weird, gross. Doesn't normally appear like this. I don't really know what's going on in the Frags system, but something's providing interference. But yeah.
It's interesting, but it might be something odd. All right. Well, we have shown some of our things. What do you think?
I'm willing to give you guys 2 of the books. They're relatively valuable. In other cultures, I can get them for 70,000 credits apiece. But in your guys' world, they're a little bit less valuable, so I'll give you guys 2 books a crate.
2 books a crate?
The crates themselves are very valuable. Not that 4th one. That 4th one's fucking illegal in pretty much every timeline except this one, so don't worry about that one. But the other 3, I'd be willing to give me 2 of those crates, and I'd be willing to give you guys all 4 books.
I look at Sirius and Quinn, but sound like a good idea?
Sirius nods.
Yeah. Give me some survival, I'll be alright.
All right. One question: would you happen to have any sort of communication devices?
You're asking a multi-dimensional being if he hasn't collected every communication device under the sun. What are you guys looking for? He sort of seems a little proud.
Some form of I would say just some form of short range earbuds or listening devices. We need to be able to be in contact with each other a bit easier, but
he raises a hand, and in a very strange tongue, he says, "Klekka, clack, clack, klekka, klekka, clack, klekka, clack, clack, klekka, 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 clack." And 8 or 9 other Klekka appear out of nowhere bearing like crates, and they drop them down, and there's about 100 different kinds of short range and long range communication devices here, several of which look like completely unusable, and some of which you've never seen before in your life.
Okay.
He looks at you. He looks down at the crate. He looks back at you.
I look over to Sirius and say, Sirius, you want to see if we can find a couple that we could use?
He
I've got
nods.
one already.
Oh, what? You've already got one?
Yeah, I've got one already.
Right, out of character. Okay.
Find us at least 3.
Oh,
Maybe.
roll 3 dice.
Find us at least 3, maybe a couple of spares.
He nods, and he starts digging through. I'm gonna roll 3 dice. That landed down there, so that's gonna be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plus a awareness dice. I just see hearing, insight, searching, investigation. Yep. So that's gonna be plus 1. That's 15. He's gonna pull out 3 functioning short-range communication devices, the likes of which you'd typically see in the Empire, or at least in the Corporation. He looks at him. He looks back at you. Nods his head.
All right. We can give you a few of the items out of that 3rd crate for these short waves.
These are all right. They're about an equal trade, so give me 2 ion rifles and a rocket launcher, and you have yourselves a deal.
We do that, and also give him the other two crates for the 4 books.
Okay, so that's gonna mark down whatever trade goods you have. Mark down that you only have like part of 1 trade good of weaponry now, or wait, no, 1 and a bit trade goods weaponry now.
I'm writing down box of illegal contraband.
Yep.
V illegal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. And he looks at you, and he looks back at the box that he hasn't touched, and he sort of shakes his head, and he's like, "You better keep those things safe. The only organization I know of that deals with those things is what are they called? Right, this is my voice. Yep, okay. The only organization I remember that actually deals with those is Corporation. Yeah, those bastards. Illegal motherfuckers. Yeah, okay."
Well,
that's to
safe, and we appreciate the trade.
The appreciation is mutual. Our kind need a lot more weaponry. He points at one Klekka running around with a wooden stick. And he sort of half grins, and he's like, as weird as that might be, because it's literally like horror movie like line smile instead of anything. He's like, "Right, we're about to cease to exist in about 15 minutes. So you guys probably should get off the ship."
We'll get out of your hair.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. And he just sort of nods and turns and walks away.
All right, we get the other. I look at the crewmen that brought down the crates. Go ahead and get the rest loaded back on.
They nod. They sort of start like carrying the rest of the crates up. They start sorting stuff inside of the loading bay. Sirius is going to look at you guys and nod and sort of walk back on the ship as well.
I'll walk back in with the 4 basic flash drives in hand.
Okay.
And I walk back up into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I look to Sirius. I look to Sirius and say, "We might still need to get a couple. We might need to actually hold on. Can you tune Quez short range to the frequency for the rest of us?"
Yeah, I can do that. And I'll just make a quick roll 3d6 plus, what is my programming? Plus 2. Alright, there you go.
Please don't blow my ears out.
14. Alright, I'm gonna say he manages to tune them. Yep.
Okay.
Pretty fine. Also, do you like that my title is World Weaver now instead of Game Master?
I do.
That's good.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go help with something real quick.
Okay.
Now,
But
how
yeah,
many
he
points
manages to
do
set
these,
everything up.
How many points do these books add?
I'm gonna say they add 1 point to your programming roll. They add 1 point to your survival roll. They add 1 point to your awareness roll, and they add 1 point to your leadership skill. Sirius is automatically going to keep the programming book on hand. He's going to use that. His programming
I'm
goes
gonna
from a
nab the
plus
awareness.
2. What?
I'm gonna nab the awareness one.
Okay. So his
Stealth
plus 2
reason.
goes to a plus 3. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil going?
I have
Oh,
a
no.
plus 3 in awareness now.
What's going on?
How do you-
we're using this.
I didn't give you the thing yet, friend.
Oh, true. Alright.
I still have them. I was going
Just
to say, I get the thing, the comms from Sirius and test them.
Yep. They all work.
Quack, come in up to the bridge for me, okay?
Yep, sure thing.
And then I also hail Sirius, and Sirius is you as well.
Yep. Wait. Sorry, that was the wrong voice. Yep. I can do that. And I'll just wander after.
When we're in the bridge, is Celeste there?
Celeste is probably there, yep. She'll be
Okay.
hanging out in her like chair, sort of throwing a ball against a wall and catching it a couple times.
Okay, Sirius, can you give Celeste the last comm link, please?
Can do.
I'd rather we just be in contact should we need it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he'll probably give that.
And that's why, actually, I asked to Celeste, do y'all have any comm links yourselves, like between the crew?
How do some of the engineers working in the back of the ship? We don't really have much hard muscle. We have 1 or 2 with ion cannons. You'll have to probably meet those guys as you deal with time and deal with all this time spent in space. But for the most part, only
like
2 or 3.
They have comm links.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them have comm links.
They have comm links.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just I'm thinking for later things. If we can get tapped into the chatter on that, or if at least I can get tapped into the chatter on that, and that would be nice, especially if the chatter in the barn door.
Okay, fair enough.
And I kind of say to Sirius, you might want to get tapped into if you're going to be helping with anything.
Can do. And I'm not even gonna like roll anything. I'm just gonna say that you have communications with barn door and communications with crew.
Okay. So the barn door, like crew itself, and then our crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we have these 4 books.
Yeah.
And I think Queb was looking at one of them.
Yeah, the awareness stealth book.
All right. I passed that one to Quay.
I took it gratefully.
Sirius, are there any that you would be looking to work with?
He looks at the programming book and sort of raises an eyebrow. He's like, I'd probably want that one.
All right.
Takes it.
Program book.
Programming book. So his programming is now +3, which is insane.
I was gonna use the programming book, but that's fine.
Mate, don't even worry about it. I'm sure you'll encounter these guys one day in the future. I have to roll a D12 every single time that you guys encounter them though, for what they're carrying.
Okay.
because it's always random. And I have a
That's fair.
list of 30 possible things, including potatoes, dice, blue things, ship parts.
Blue things.
Yep, ship parts, food, water, animals, slaves, secret
God.
knowledge, secrets, happiness,
I like these things.
red things,
All right,
purple things, yellow things. Yeah, there's lots.
I'm going to use the. I'm gonna probably use the leadership book myself.
Okay. Yep.
But the last one was survival, right?
Yep. Last one is survival.
I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, would this be of use? Just starts flipping it in her hand.
It's a flash drive, so it provides no resistance whatsoever. You just throw it and catch it a couple times.
Would y'all be averse to me reading this one?
Go for it. I don't have any real use for survival. I live on a ship my entire life. I hardly need to live in the wilderness.
Well, so have I, but knowing how to do some of these things is always helpful.
True enough, true enough. What is this roll? 0. Cool. Yeah, I'm not really adverse to it. How about you, Keh?
I've already got some training in the area, so if Fair doesn't have any training in the area, she might as well take it.
I'm trained. I've been trained in it just because I've lived on a ship my entire life. There's stuff out and I've needed to know how to get around planets.
That makes sense.
Coin toss?
Sorry, what?
Credit toss?
Credit toss. Let's go for it. Seriously,
All right.
probably just pull out like a dice rather than a credit. He'll look at that. He'll say, credit chips are only two-sided. I don't really want to do that. Let's go for a dice.
Sure.
1, 2 is me. 3, 4 is Grim. 5, 6 is Remore. Oh wait,
Sounds
no,
good.
All right. 3. That'll be you, Fall.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use it.
Damn right. Go for it.
It's a +1 to it.
+1 to your roll permanently.
Good to know.
They're like
All
skill
right,
books
cool.
in RPGs.
I'm gonna keep the books just in case. Can I choose what the topic of the survival book is?
Probably, yeah. Give it a go.
Edible. It's like it is survival cooking.
Okay, yeah. That's a hell of a coincidence. You'll probably find out why in about an hour.
Great.
Yep.
But it's survival cooking.
Yep.
You saw what I'm doing for my survival trait, right?
Oh shit. Give me a minute. I actually need to pull that up again. I just know like basically what you're looking at. Oh.
I'm doing this because it's
interconnection.
because it's flavor.
Connection.
Exactly, it's flavor.
Makes
I'm having fun
perfect
with it.
sense. That's actually really great. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that works. Holy shit, I didn't expect that actually. It's kind of fun. Alright. Cool. So that happens. I'd say after all of this happens, you hopefully have gotten out into space by now, or else you're gonna have to start turning in your character sheets.
No, we've gotten up and out of space already.
Okay. Good, because the ship that you guys were in flickers. There is a popping noise, and the ship is no longer there.
Just goes poof.
Yep. It just ceases to exist. And actually, I'd say I'm gonna roll 3d6 and potentially give you guys your next point. Right. Okay. In the distance, you guys didn't notice it when the ship was in the way, but there is a very verdant green planet with what seems like an atmosphere in water on it. The planet itself is in the middle of like nowhere. There is no real stars or sun nearby, but you suspect you've probably stumbled into some kind of solar system. It just sits there.
What sits there?
A planet, green, verdant looking, with a possible atmosphere and possible water. There is a data entry that sort of shows up on your guidance system if you want to take a look at that.
I would like to look at that.
Okay. Basically, what comes up is the word Avalon, and it says Avalon, Zhao infested, or Zhao inhabited world. Home of the Blossoming Orchid Collective. Inhabited by Zhao people who have given up their hunger. Strange atmospheric readings from the surface of this planet.
Strange scan readings from the planet?
In terms of actual readings that come up, you see there is liquid water in the on the actual atmosphere, but there's also liquid there's helium in the atmosphere too, and a bunch of other weird like elements. I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't seem to be hazardous to you, but it's like there's the makeup of like a euphoric sort of substance everywhere around this planet. Like the entire area is basically made up of this stuff.
Okay.
On that, there is liquid water on the surface. There is presence of heavy life, like heavy actual like flora and fauna, and there are buildings on the surface, sort of to the northeast, about 200 clicks from where you guys are if you were to head to the planet directly.
Is there a spaceport?
If there is not, you'd have to land directly on the planet's surface.
I look to the people assembled in the cockpit. This sound like a good idea to y'all?
It's a diversion.
What was that?
It's a diversion from our main goal. I don't really mind it. We've been fighting these damn cloaked people for way too long.
Then let's do that. Let's go see what's on this planet.
Slight nod.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Why not? I've got something to kill then.
Celeste sort of nods. She's like, I've been on Zhao worlds before. Most of them usually are completely devoured. I'll keep several of our security on hand just in case we need to actually fight them off.
Of course. That's just. Hold on, I'm trying to think of the best answer for this.
Yeah.
That's just common sense.
Nod. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Shall I take you guys down?
I thought I was piloting the ship.
She's
You.
right. So, okay, yeah, I guess so. She looks at you. She looks back at the ship. She's like, sorry. And she gets up and sort of backs off.
All right, so I take the bird down.
Yep, okay. And I need to play a different soundtrack. Right. So, you guys land on a very vibrant jungle. There is like the heat coming from this place is sweltering. The sky itself is gray, cloudy, with a weird bluish tinge to it. In the distance, you can see a cluster of almost like concrete style buildings, like actual semi decent constructed buildings. And you see a few remnant sort of wandering through the trees, like fox people.
Wait, remnant aren't fox people?
Well, remnant are multiple different beast races, right? They can be.
No.
Oh, really?
No, they're just the lion people.
They're just lions. I didn't know
pretty
this.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, because they were only rezzed on that one planet.
Oh, okay.
And they're specific to that. They're that specific planet's race.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna say they're a remnant there. They're just nothing. It seems to be completely uninhabited at that point.
Well, I would say we would want to disembark, or at the very least, I'm gonna start walking that direction.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Sirius is also gonna follow. He's gonna take his rifle and sort of hoist it up a little.
I'm gonna have my rifle slung across my. I'm gonna have my rifle slung across my back.
Yeah. I think at this point it might just be a thing where Sirius is just sort of, what's it called? Agoraphobic, I guess. I don't think he likes large spaces. I think he just likes like really cramped, confined areas. So as you guys go deeper into this jungle towards this village, you start to see the signs of people or like humanoid figures. There are 3-toed footprints on the ground. There is the distinct like impression of like broken leaves and branches and stuff as you go through. And you see like smoke rising from a couple of the buildings. As you get closer still, there is a figure made entirely out of like jungle wood, which drops from the trees. And he looks up at you guys. This man is very thin. He has a mask of like wood with slits for eyes. He bears himself relatively well with a lot of confidence. He carries a hunting bow, like a combat bow, slung across his shoulders, and like what looks like 2 wrist blades on either side of his fists. He looks at you guys and sort of cocks his head, and he's like, "Travelers. You are travelers, yes?"
Why, yes, we are.
Interesting. We haven't had your kind on Avalon in... There's a moment where he sort of thinks to himself. I don't think we've ever had visitors on this planet since I was born. Interesting. What are you here for?
We ran into your planet and wanted to take in a bit of the local anything, see what's here.
Well,
we're interested and curious.
Yes. We are... Well, we were Zhao. We call ourselves the Blooming Orchid Collective. We are a race of Zhao who have attempted to achieve inner peace by casting off our hunger, pushing it to the back of our minds. At least we were, up until a couple of weeks ago. One of us has since disappeared. We don't know where he's gone. But for the most part, we were very peaceful here. We live very peaceful lives in tune with that around us.
That sounds lovely.
Yes. Yes, it is, isn't it? and there's sort of like a very peaceful, sort of serene aura coming off of this dude as he stands there. And he nods and sort of extends a branch-like arm and says, "My name is Xinxu. It is nice to meet you."
I take Sensu's hand and shake it. It's very
Yes.
nice to meet you. My name is Fall.
Nice to meet you, Fall. You are Twyfar, yes?
Yes.
Your kind have varied my kind around the stars for generations. We thank you for this. And sort of gives a half bow. Comes back
So-
up.
Of course.
Sort of half chuckle from under the mask. Well, I suppose you're not going to find much in the way of interesting things around here, other than maybe a little bit of work for your kind. We have much agricultural knowledge if you wish to work with us for that reason, perhaps. We've come into a little bit of trouble, you see.
Please, tell us.
Well, our leader was named Zari. He was a strong man, made of the finest wood, of the strongest body. He had the most intelligence and the most active personality out of all of us. He awoke us from our hunger and led us to create this clan deep in the jungle. Zari, he went on, I don't know what he would call it, a soul search? A search for inner tranquility. Around a place called Hollow Shore. A lake just a little far to the east of here, about an hour out. He's gone missing. We haven't seen or heard from him in 2-3 weeks. We need our leader back. We are struggling without him. In a multitude of ways. You see about 12 or 13 Zhao sort of wandering around the village now. Most of them are made of wood, but there are a few that are made of stone, a few that are made of like steel and marble. There are a few that are made of like a black obsidian-like substance that sort of glistens and sort of like warps in the air around them. And they wander around doing like simple farming and sort of talking. There is a Zhao on a corner somewhere with like a stall full of supplies and strange fruits and strange grains hanging from like the roof of his stall, dried out. Some of them look at you guys pretty curiously, but some of them sort of actively seem to be avoiding you guys or hiding their eyes or hiding indoors. You see some smaller Zhao, like, wandering around as well, sort of seeming to play with each other, and then, like, one of them will, like, find a frog and just eat it, and just, like, just one go, eat the entire thing, and just sort of sit back and stare at the wall. There'll be other Zhao who are just sort of hanging out with each other. Nothing really huge. Seems just like a general village. But Xinxu sort of catches your eye again, and he says, "We are willing to pay a total of two crates of fauna, I suppose. No, flora. Flora, that's what you guys call it, isn't it? And several of our cooking implements that we've created ourselves, as well as some books on how to deal with this. If you will accomplish this for us, the Blossoming Orchid Collective will be very grateful. We aren't the only village, you know. There are hundreds of us spread throughout the stars in the 15 years since our leader created this place. It would be in your best interest to take our offer."
I think it would be a good idea as well. And on top of, along with those things that you would say you would give us, would we also get some way of like showing that we are friends to the Orchid Collective?
We will give you a mark of trust, yes. emblem
Okay.
of some kind. We don't really have a universal one, but if we give you a rite of passage, you could probably pass through Zhao lands. Very civilized Zhao lands, relatively undisturbed.
Sounds good.
There's
Yep.
sort of a
I
happy
look-
sort of him.
All right.
whatever.
What do you need us to do? What do you need us to do, or where can you point us to start?
Hollow Shore, the place where he went missing. All that we know is that we have heard reports of Zari back around that area, but he is different, dangerous, violent. He seems to have changed in some manner. We avoid him actively. We
Who,
don't.
the leader?
The leader, yes, our leader.
Okay.
But we haven't seen him for a number of weeks. He's probably somewhere in the jungle right now.
And you would like us to try and bring him back, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, we can try.
Thank you. She points off in a direction and sort of looks out that way. Some of the Zhao sort of look at you guys a little bit more interestedly now that they're sort of seeing where she's pointing. And she says, the Hollow Shore, it's about an hour out that way. Not a very long walk, but you could still encounter some fauna of the area. Shouldn't be anything really dangerous, but keep stealthy if possible. There are very, very large monsters in that jungle. They grew to combat our hunger, you see. They've become quite large and quite ferocious. She gives a nod, and she sort of says, "Good luck. I need to go back to my farms." And she nods and sort of turns and walks off into the village, leaving you guys on your own.
So,
Sorry, what?
the place where we're going.
There is a animal trail that leads to the west from here. But at points it does stop, and there are like marks along trees and like along like heavy tall grass where it seems like Zhao have traveled. I want you guys to make a survival check for me.
Sure, give me a second.
Okay. Remore, you're also going to want to make a survival check for me. I'll have Sirius do the same thing too.
Hold on, I'm getting in there.
Okay. Remore, are you there? Just out of curiosity.
I rolled 20, decided to reboot.
Oh no. Ah. Alright. Remore is definitely here.
I know what my plus is.
Yeah. Sorry, loud noises going on, so muted. Yeah. Okay. You don't know what your plus is? Or you know what your... Oh, wow.
I know what it was. Actually, yeah, that should be it.
Right. 8, 13, and 9. Good. Okay. Remore is away from
I
his
had the
computer
best
system.
survival skill.
Yeah, apparently, even though Remore's trained in it. So for the most part, you, Grim, you managed to lead the other two along relatively well. As you go throughout this forest, there are times when you have to, like, bridge gaps and, like, cross rivers and other crazy stuff as you travel. This doesn't seem to be the kind of land that you walk along. Zhao are incredibly agile beings, so this makes perfect sense for them, really, if any of you guys have any knowledge of them. But for the most part, this is not the kind of trail that you walk. This is the kind of trail that you swing and climb and jump from. Eventually, you manage to stumble out onto a lake. This lake is enormous. It is probably about 2 kilometers one way and 5 kilometers the other way. It is very large and it is an oval shape. There is a large chunk of metal hanging out of one of the portions of the lake, and the lake itself glows slightly, like a muted bright blue color. So like that of a ship's running lights. You see... Actually, no, you don't see him yet. You've arrived at Hollow Shore. Can Remore make an awareness roll? Yes, you can, Remore. Give me an awareness. Grim, if you want to do the same thing, I suggest you do it too. What is my awareness? Awareness +1. Cool. Alright, 16, 11. Grim's computer is being used at the moment. RIP. Okay.
We're trying to figure out what we're getting for food.
Oh yeah, you're ordering like pizza or something. All right.
Hold on.
I'll roll three actual d6 for you if you want.
No, I got it.
Okay, fair enough. I just like rolling dice. Shit, taking the damn 3d6, man. You got a 14 now. All right. Oh shit, you got.
I'm gonna re-roll that one, please.
Yeah, do it. Hey, there you go. 15.
Yeah.
15, 16,
I will,
11.
I will take my 15.
Right. You know, the funniest part about this, Remore, you are the only one who spots this. There
Wait,
is...
what?
Yeah. There is a very, very, very faint set of tracks leading out of the shore and into the jungle. It leads a couple 100 meters and then suddenly disappears. Are you going to start following these tracks?
Yes.
Okay. Keep making survival checks, guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
Alright, hold on.
Oh, shit. +2. Oops. 9. 15?
17.
17. Ooh. Okay. Remore?
18.
18? Shit, Remore. Wow, okay.
2 6 and a 5.
Grim, Remore, you guys spot the trail sort of disappears, and it goes up the side of a tree and like sort of like stops around one of the branches. This goes up a pretty decent distance and it disappears into the tree line. Are you guys gonna follow it? I'm gonna have to probably also climb with you guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna follow it. Hold on.
So give me a roll plus strength when you get back. Or roll plus physical.
Either one or just physical.
What?
Either one or just physical.
Just give me a roll plus physical.
Okay.
I fail, by the way.
Someone's been flying up the tree. What's the pass mark?
What?
What's the pass mark?
What's the pass mark? Pass mark is 10.
No, I got 14. Good.
Right. Remore, you managed to make your way up pretty well. Sirius sort of tries to make his way up the tree, but sort of stops and sort of looks at you and is like, I can't do it. I'm gonna stay back here and watch you guys.
Did roll physical?
Roll physical, yep. You guys are currently climbing a tree.
I can't climb that tree either.
So,
I can.
Remore is the only one who gets up. Right. This is gonna be a fun one. Remore, you climb to the top of this tree and sit down in it, I assume. And
Yeah.
I assume you're also gonna be looking up. roll me another awareness
Another
check
awareness?
with a -3
A -3?
to whatever your roll is.
So just a standard 3d6 then.
3d6 -1.
Well, no, 'cause I've got a plus of 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me a
Take
3d6
that plus
-1.
3 away. Oh, I see nothing. I got a 4.
Okay. Remore. You are sitting in the tree, and you feel a dagger pierce into your shoulder. You fall out of the tree. I'm gonna roll 3d6 on you.
Wait. Don't you need to roll hit on this?
No, because you're versus stealth. And it rolled 13 versus versus you. So,
My stealth is pretty high, my defense, my stealth.
versus stealth, what is your defense?
16.
Okay. You see a throwing knife come flying out of the tree line to your right.
Great.
It whizzes past you and embeds in the tree next to you. I'm gonna make a second attack. Misses the second one, rolling a third attack. 16. That one hits. He gets rate of fire for throwing knives are a 2 plus 1d6. So I can throw like multiple attacks at once.
Oh, lovely.
So on the third attack, you get struck in the shoulder. I'd say probably like the reason that the second one missed is because you become aware of it and you're trying to dodge out of the way, but the third one probably clips you in the shoulder, clips you in the leg, and it's probably going to drop you off the tree. Can I get you to roll a physical check to hang on? Because you're probably aware of it by this point.
Yeah. Just feeding the cat.
Beating the cat? What?
No, feeding the cat.
Okay, I heard beating, and I'm like, oh shit, why are you doing that? Fuck. That must hurt. Poor cat.
She may be evil, but she's not that bad.
You're not quick in real life.
Okay, let's roll physical.
Roll physical, yep.
Woo!
What you got?
15.
15, nice. Okay, you hang on to the tree. As you're hanging off this branch, you see... Oh, Juno! Get away from there. Don't eat my lamp. That's weird. You see a... You see a Zhao made of iron and like a black crystal. He sits in the tree and watches you, and when he notices that you're there, he gets up and like dashes off towards the lakefront.
I'm gonna chase after him up on the ground.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check. 14.
Who, you or me?
14. Give me an awareness roll. Actually, I'm also gonna roll another.
Come back to my computer now.
That's actually 16. Give me a DC 16 awareness roll.
Oh, what was that? Awareness roll.
Yep, of DC of 16.
Roll.
Spot this crazy bastard.
6 plus 3.
Oh, actually, no, it's plus 5. Oh my god. So it has a self stat of 5. Because of... Oh, I don't know what it is. What does stealth get calculated by? Stealth is tactical plus reflexes. Okay, yep. Tactic? TAC? Reflex?
Tactical plus reflexes.
Okay, so his reflexes 3 plus 2. Yes, I'll use plus 5. Which makes that roll.
Stealth is plus reflex.
Okay, so that's actually plus 18. That's a DC of 18. That's bloody insane.
I've got
Okay.
a stealth of 7.
Okay.
I've got a stealth of 7.
Yeah, so
So
you
what do I need to beat?
you need to beat 18.
Okay, I can re-roll that too.
Okay?
I
Ooh,
get 17.
you get
yes,
17.
failed.
You're one off. You see him start towards the lake, and then he's gone. Like, just out of the blue, he just disappears.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna start heading that way then.
Okay. I'd say at this point, I'm gonna probably have Sirius make his way back to the lake as well, since he probably would have heard the fight in progress, and then you moving off.
Activate my stealth as well.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go full stealth. Don't get knifed again.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a stealth roll.
It's
So 3d6 plus your
stealth.
stealth.
Check this. See if we can check these numbers. Yeah. 22.
22.
You don't see me.
Jesus
There's no way you
Christ.
see me.
Okay, yep. So he's gone. Or more like he's there and then he isn't.
Good to know.
Okay. So Sirius is gonna look very confused. He's gonna be like, I don't know what happened, but where the hell did they go?
I'm gonna use our lovely comm system.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Into the lake. Oh, shoot.
Alright.
Oh, behind me.
Alright.
Watch out for
Alright,
flying
then.
knives.
I guess we're gonna head back to the lake.
Heading back to the lake. So, as you guys reach the lake, the Zhao is there. He sort of sits cross-legged at the lake, and he looks up at you guys as you enter the lakefront. He nods, stands up slowly, pulls out a combat bow, and gets into the ready position. I want you guys to roll me combat order. So 3d6 plus combat order.
Ooh, I remember this one.
Oh wait, no.
My
that's not
combat
right.
order is 4. Plus 4.
Plus
so
4. Okay.
Geez. 4. I don't know how I work this out, but
Okay.
10.
12.
10, 12. Right. So I'll write that out.
You failed pretty hard on that roll.
10. Remore, sorry, what did you get?
12.
12. And he got 8, 10. And then let me see what Sirius gets. What's his combat order? Combat order is int plus 0. Oh, wow. So plus 2 to his roll. That's 7. So Sirius goes last. Fall versus the Zhao. Can I get one of you guys? I'm gonna roll 3d6. You roll 3d6. Tell me the result.
Gotcha.
12. Oh no! It's fall in me.
I know. Yeah, I know. I heard that. I was like, oh wait, that's not.
Okay. So
I go second.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So that is at that point Sirius, Zari, Fall, and Remore. As a combat order, except reverse that. I wrote that wrong. Cool. So, Remore, you're up immediately. What do you do?
Okay, what can I see? What's in front of me?
What can you what?
What can I see and what am I attacking?
The Zhao directly in front of you has pulled out a combat bow and is standing ready.
Well, I'm stealth, so he can't see me. I am going to rush him and stealth stab him if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Roll me
roll
a 3d6 with a 12 or higher.
these. What am I? What is? Where is? Oh, oh no!
You stab into him. He looks at you. You're kinda weak.
Oh,
What business do you have coming to my lake? He pulls out a wrist blade and stabs you in the chest. I make 2 attacks. Oh, actually, no. I'm not even going to make 2 attacks because there's only 1 rate of fire. Remore. That is 3 critical hits. In a row. I kid you not. I will text you the image.
Please put that. Please post that.
Give me a moment. I will pull it up in my camera. It is 3 6s in a row on 3d6. I rolled them in real life because I forgot that I'm not doing that right now. Going to Discord. That is gonna really hurt for you, Remore. I'm sorry, dude. Shit.
you realize what happens if this kills me?
This could very well kill you.
There are consequences if I die here.
Shit.
There are 3d6. There are 3 6s here, as I
I
said.
see them.
For the rest of the stream chat, there you are. So,
Oh,
Remore, you take a total of wrist blade 4 plus 3.
okay, I've got 1 armor.
You take 21 endurance damage.
Ha! I have 25
Uh.
endurance.
You have 20 what?
I have 4 endurance left.
You have 4 endurance left. Alright. For
I don't even
end,
know what attribute damage to take here. Like, what do I even take it off?
you are gonna start taking off a lot of scary stuff here.
I don't think I have any attributes left.
Okay. That is the end of your go, Reborn.
Yeah.
Fall, are you gonna do anything?
Well, because I was stealth, I get a free stealth action.
Oh.
Alright, feel free.
Can I shoot in point blank range with a bilgrip launcher?
I mean, he's already retaliated. You only get 1 shot per round. I'm not gonna give you that. I'm gonna say no. And you see, you know what the best part about this is? If he had actually used his limbs and done karate against you, he would have done 1 more damage than that. So
Something I can do.
Fall, your go.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna look at the look at this. Look at the dude, and yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed by that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's just the dice,
You're
man. That's
annoyed.
just bad luck.
You're annoyed.
I fully intended not to actually manage to hurt you that badly, so...
It's
That's...
like the poison sandwich all over again.
I fully intended to only hit you once and only deal like 2 endurance damage. I did not expect to get 3 critical hits in a row. That is fucking horrible.
I'm gonna try and like saying please disregard the disgruntled and very exasperated noises coming from my
Friend.
coming from Fall. Not friend, because I know if I say friend, bad things might happen.
Yeah.
No, it's just please disregard the.
Nephilim.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to find a nice word for idiot.
Okay, yeah, this is just part
That's
2, by the
the
way,
next word
guys.
for
Sorry about this.
That's fine.
Bad things.
Are we hopping right back in?
Yep. Sorry. No, this is part 2 of this the stream. I'm gonna be splitting out this up into 2 segments because the first part crashed.
Okay.
Is there? I've got
Okay, so
medical. Is there any way I can actually try and sit
Do you
myself?
still
Okay,
have
I'm gonna-
those
I'm gonna-
limb repair items from like session 1?
I still have some med spray.
Let me give you
More
something
than med spray.
on my turn. Just
Yeah,
saying.
if I
Is it-
freaking
is it-
raise-
It's my turn, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's your turn.
I'm gonna please disregard the. I don't have a good word to call you right now because I'm trying to be nice. I
Stab you.
move speaking directly at Que.
Yeah.
It's like the trigger happy individual. We were tasked to come and find you. Tasked to come and find you. The Blooming Orchid Collective. They're worried.
Xinxu.
And I apologize for her over eagerness. She's a little stab happy.
I'm gonna roll
I
3d6.
say with as much malice at her as I can manage right the hell now.
I'm gonna give you a 3d6 roll, and I want you to try and roll an awareness.
Roll awareness.
Roll me awareness.
Okay.
He says, "How dare Xinxu disturb us? Who does he think he is?"
15.
There's like a hardness to his voice. You spot something behind him.
Behind him.
It is vague, shadowy, seems to fade in and out of existence. Very similar to your Farron. It sits behind him as if it's a shadow. And when he speaks, it moves.
It moves as in like.
As in, it speaks
kind of
for him.
movement? Oh. So. Okay, so I noticed it. Does my Farron react to this?
Yes. Contempt. Ally. Evil. Turned. Enemy.
Contempt. Turn. A Farron?
Yep.
Well, that means I can't do certain things,
Yep.
Oh god.
or at the very least, I'm not. It's a bad idea for me to. Wait a second. DM question.
Yep.
If I overloaded if I blasted it with enough energy, would I be able to overload
Yes,
it?
you could. It is a standard Farron. Not the black Farron, not a normal Farron. I'd say it's probably closer to a blood Farron. But yeah, if you wanted to overload it, feel free.
I don't particularly know what a blood Farron is, but okay.
They're from a one-off adventure that I was reading up a couple days ago.
Pretty completing up here.
Any specificities about it?
It reacts incredibly violently under UV light.
Okay.
So if you shot it with a black
would I
light, it
know?
would be fine. You would know this. You've probably heard of the
Okay.
Flame, which is a research ship that was dealing with Farron and Blood Farron and Black Farron.
What do Black Farron do? Just for reference.
There was only ever one of them in existence, and it was aboard the Flame. This is an old story. This is something like
Okay.
several years ago. But
Something I would know, but
yes, it's something that you would know because it's probably the shame of your people. There was a Farron researcher who is experimenting on Farron bodies and Twillic, or whatever the heck they're called, hosts.
Twillinger.
Twillinger, yeah. There was a Twifar who was experimenting with other Twifar in order to take away their corpses and do inhumane things to them. In the process, he created what's called a Black Farron, which is an incredibly powerful, incredibly evil presence.
Okay,
this
good to
thing,
know.
This thing took over the Flame, which was a research ship, and it dropped it from existence, basically. You've heard reports about a salvaging crew that took on a job to try and capture it, and they basically the entire
Disappeared.
ship was destroyed. All the Twyfar inside were dead. All the Farron had escaped their hosts and were walking around as Blood Farron or normal Farron, and the Black Farron was controlling the entire ship. The
Okay.
salvagers killed the Black Farron and managed to return on their own. Yep. Give me a minute.
Well, the foreign are energy beings, so they
Yes.
like. But either way, like they're not really trying to escape anything. It's more so just
they were forcibly ripped
it's a
from their hosts.
yeah, that makes more sense
Yeah.
because it's a willing symbiotic partnership.
Yeah, they were forcibly ripped from their hosts' bodies.
So this thing seems like a blood foreign.
Seems like a blood Farron, which is basically a Farron that had bonded with a host beforehand and then was forcibly ripped out of their host.
Okay, so now it's bonded with a new host.
Yes.
I am very conflicted at the moment.
Yeah. Or I sort of expected you to be. Remor is suggesting something really scary. Give me a 3d6 roll with a DC of 18, Remor.
I got 18!
That's too crit.
Okay,
too.
well, Remor,
Roll that.
and next
and
turn
that's
you're
with
gonna
two
do
crits.
this.
He could roll that up.
Yes.
Do you want to re-roll that 3?
Not. No. I
He has
could have passed. I'm not
shots.
going any lower.
Re-roll that 3, man. Come on.
I kind of want you to do it. Just do. You have 2 shots. Can we call this just like not canon? I just want to see what would happen.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Go for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
going down.
Roll it one more time. You have another shot. Do it again. Actually, wait. No. If this is an attack?
Oh, okay,
If
there
this
we
is
go.
an attack?
Take that,
I was
yeah.
about to say if this is an attack roll. If this is an attack
not an
roll,
attack
then
roll.
it wouldn't.
It's
Oh,
a
it's an
healing
attack
roll.
roll.
So technically,
Oh god.
technically
that'll-
there's
Yeah, that's a
it's
20.
biocheck roll.
No, that's a
Yeah, it's
21.
biocheck roll.
Remor, on your next turn, you're gonna do
So-
something really scary.
Yes.
But that's your next turn.
Okay. So it's still my turn, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm trying to make a quick calculation on whether or not this. I think to my foreign would overloading it be the smartest move.
Host badly injured. Possible death. Unadvisable, but only course.
Is there any way of
The Enigma sends a message to your head from your pocket. It says,
okay?
can repair. Can heal.
Can repair.
Can heal. More power to come.
Okay. I don't know if that's. Hold on one second.
That's a little strange. That completely cut through the atmosphere I had going. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always coming up with new ways to surprise people.
I'm always coming up with new crazy shit because apparently the thing is, I don't think that Farron bonded with other hosts, so I need to come up with a reason why it might have bonded with a Zhao.
Sorry about that.
Hi. Welcome back.
Girlfriend's ringtone went off.
Oh.
The enigma pings me with can repair, healing, more power. I'm very confused because I'm not sure if this is about the Zoe or if this is about the other or this is about the foreign.
That is up for you to determine.
Is there a way to separate the host from the foreign?
Don't know. You'd have to figure it out. I don't have any really major knowledge of how to separate the two. what I remember is the only way that I know of to separate a foreign from a host out of character is to kill the host. And I don't think that's really something you want to do. Or you have to make him willingly give it up, which I also don't think he's going to do.
Well, I mean, considering he's being puppeted.
Give me a minute.
Can I hold my turn?
Yep.
I hold my turn.
Yep. Go for it.
I hold my turn, but I hold my turn, but I whisper over the comms. He's badly in. Hold on. I pressed the wrong buttons again, so now I have to reload roll 20, but that's fine. It's because my back and forward buttons are right next to each other, and my forward button is my push to talk.
Yeah. Okay.
I whisper over comms. Leader being controlled by foreign. I'm working up something. Do we have any batteries?
Son
Also,
of a...
leader is sorry. Let me rephrase that. Leader badly injured, under foreign control. Do we have batteries?
Okay.
Is the leader the guy that can kill me?
Sirius taps his tool belt.
So is the leader guy the one that's impaled me?
Yeah, he's... The foreign's
Right,
in
okay.
control of the body right now.
So I'm gonna whisper back through gritted teeth. He's about to be way more injured in a minute. Give me a second, I'll give you a hand.
Oh, God. So, at this point, it is Zari's turn. He looks down at Remor. He says, "Get off of me." He's going to use a limb on you. Can I get you... What is your versus... What is your defense, Remor?
My defense, strip defense, is 16. Versus impair, it's 19. Which
He
is
kicks
physical.
you and pushes
Yeah,
you
that'd
back
be
about
impair.
5 feet. But otherwise, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so does he come with me then?
Probably not.
Considering what's attacking him right now?
He literally just puts his foot against your stomach and pushes you off of him.
Right.
And then he's going to just sit there and watch. It seems that his attention has been caught. Oh my god, 1 minute.
And well then my
Hello.
biotech
How are
is going
you?
to come into play.
I'm going to close my door now. Right. My bad. So basically, at that point, he'll just, like, move you away. Sirius is gonna look at him. He's gonna say nothing, sort of raise his rifle. He's gonna be like, "Do I take a shot at him?" He says to Grim.
No. Give me though. Put those things I asked for on the ground in front of you.
Okay. Sirius reaches into his bag and pulls out 3 AA batteries. He drops them
Really?
on the ground.
Can we say that these AA batteries are at least fairly strong AA batteries?
Probably. He has just standard
Okay.
batteries. He's got a tool belt, not like a frickin'... like hobbyist aircraft builder's pouch.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this
Yep.
because I've got an idea,
Oh boy.
and it's going to be a very interesting application of my foreign blast.
Oh no. Oh, I have an Oh. Oh, I think I get it.
Do you? Do you really?
Possibly. Yeah, that could work out well. If what I'm thinking of is what you're planning.
Well, I'm actually going to do something that I think might be very stupid.
Okay.
I'm going to walk. I'm going to
He's holding his turn,
pick the
so
battery.
this is fine.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the batteries up.
Okay.
I'm going to walk slowly over to the leader because we still don't know what his name is.
Yep.
And I'm going to do a couple of things.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the batteries on the ground next to him,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do something probably very stupid,
Okay.
and I'm going to hope that my foreign is strong enough for this.
Oh boy.
I'm going to use my foreign blast as a way of separating the two
Oh god. Okay.
off of the Zoe.
Okay.
What I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Have my foreign use me as basically a wire and throw the foreign into the batteries.
Oh fuck. Give me 3d6 with advantage versus give me 3d6 with advantage. I'm gonna say for the awesomeness of this image, I'm gonna give you a spare time point, and I'm gonna roll 3d6. Right.
Hold on. And I'm not treating this as I'm treating this as a straight up and down roll with not an attack roll.
Okay, yep. Just
because I'm using this
13 and you're good.
That I have advantage, right?
Yep. Come on. I actually really want to see you do this.
6. Oh god.
6. 7.
Fuck me.
Fuck. So, what happens is...
God damn it.
You blast him, the foreign separates, comes back, and growls at you in a very guttural way. What's going to happen is Zari is going to use a limb attack against you. So what is your defense? Or your armor?
My defense, hold on.
Oh wait, I need to roll.
Defense is... I've got my defense.
What is plus 11 still? 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Jesus. You take 8 damage to your endurance.
Alright, I'm okay.
Don't forget to block with armor.
I need to do 2 attacks versus you, I'm sorry. Second one doesn't hit.
Yeah, that one definitely doesn't hit, because if it came from... Is it both of
It's
Zari, or is that...
It's just Zari himself making the attack. The Farin's basically controlling his movements.
Okay.
So basically he kicks you on the side of the head.
How can he be controlling his movements if I separated the two?
He came back
Did it
almost
temporarily?
instantly. You weren't powerful enough to separate them for any length of time.
gonna try it again. I'm gonna fucking try it again.
Yep. You kick him hard. He kicks you hard in the side of the head, and rocks you to the side, and tries to plant a foot against your stomach and like fling you a couple feet, but he doesn't quite catch
grab
you.
it.
Oh,
No, I grab it
okay.
because if that's not gonna, that's nowhere near gonna hit. So I'm gonna grab his foot.
Are you gonna do anything with it?
Can I make another attack? Can I make an attack of opportunity on that?
Sure, go for it.
Because I want to do it.
I just feel
I'm
like this
gonna-
is sick. Go for it.
I'm gonna try it again. I grab it with my left hand, and I'm gonna actually try to foreign blast him in the back,
Oh, okay.
aiming the foreign towards the batteries.
Cool. Give me a minute. Beat 12.
Fucking! Can I have advantage on
Advantage.
this? Fucking really?
Yup.
I was rolling great earlier, but now I can't roll it. Now I
You know
Can we
what?
do it my way now?
Yep, we'll do it your way now. Remore, it is your turn.
So going with that awesome 3/6s towards my biotech.
He is.
Basically that giant bloody gaping hole in my body kind of just almost instantly snaps shut,
Yep.
healing me completely.
Not
So,
completely. I'd say that it works like a paramedic's roll.
Yeah, it's gonna knock me out afterwards for a while, but it's only a temporary one-off thing I can do.
Okay.
I will not be able to do this again.
Yep.
So like a life-saving move. And yeah, I guess that'd be my turn over considering it is a roll.
Okay.
So I won't be able to attack straight after.
Yeah, you did roll like a freaking sick roll for that though.
Yeah, apparently I'm just rolling shit right now.
Okay. Yeah.
This was before you rolled.
Well, Remore's done.
Sorry,
Remore's goes over.
I'm just rolling stuff because I want to see if I'm actually gonna roll good.
Remore's.
Fucking hell.
Remore, your turn is done then, I'd say, because you've medically healed
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Fall, it is your go.
Technically,
Can I try this one more damn time?
Give it a go. Come on, man. Let's see it work.
nope, 7.
God. Beat 7.
I'm killing you.
You have to beat 7, man. Come on. Oh God. He's focusing. He's channeling the heart of the cards. man.
Okay, good. fucking good.
What?
I'm gonna take that as a 16.
What? Where? I didn't see it. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. So it works. You blast it out. The foreign leaves its host out of shock, and then I'd say, how does this work? How do you transfer it to the batteries?
Well, you see the shadow, right?
Yep.
My foreign's gonna do fairly similar shit.
Okay.
It's going to rise out of my body for all of about 5 or 6, for all of about a few seconds, grab the damn thing and throw it into the batteries.
So there is a crackling sound and a boom that threw you guys about 5 feet to the ground, and the batteries shake violently, and then they fuse together and sort of sit there.
So they're just one big ass battery now?
Pretty much they've been fused together, yes. Zari, his silver and black skin is gone, and in its place is a jungle wood body of just standard hunters. He totters in place. You can see several holes in his body, like proper gaping holes, and he falls to his knees and he collapses. Passes out.
I'm gonna...
Sorry, Remore. I know that you got a freaking sick roll, but this went one of 2 ways, and it all depended on a race against time here. My bad.
All right. I look at another belt pouch. I'm gonna pick the battery up.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the battery
It
up and
actually
just like
it actually hisses at you.
I'm going to give it a little force to it.
Okay. It sort of
Get that
makes like
cow.
it makes like a distressed noise, and like the battery like shakes. You force it in,
You see small. You see, huh?
and I guess you
You
force
see
it.
small. Yeah, you see small sparks like right up my arm a bit, right
Oh,
up my,
God.
my arm a bit,
Oh,
and there's
shit.
just a small shadow of the shadow of my Farn appears behind me for a second.
Yep. Okay.
You know, or as
Intimidation.
fun.
Intimidation roll.
Yeah, intimidation roll.
Give me an actual like. Yeah, give me a conversation roll.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. Ooh dear.
What happened to Remore?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go with an 18.
fucking hell! Wow. Okay. There is like the sound of like a vague sorry from the inside of your mind, and then just nothing.
I put the battery into my belt,
Yep.
tap it,
Yep.
and then I go to pick up the wooden man.
Okay. Zari is knocked out completely. He
Yeah, I
has.
go to pick up the wooden man.
Okay. You pick him up, but he is incredibly like heavy. I'll
Or-
say, give me
I
a
try
strength
to.
roll. Okay.
I try to because I'm not that strong.
Okay.
And go,
He has a strength stat of 5.
serious, serious, help.
Okay, Sirius is gonna wander over. He's gonna put his arms under. Try. I'm gonna actually. Okay, now we make a strength roll. So 3d6 plus my strength stat.
Whatever your strength stat is.
Yep. Okay. Wow. So, right.
We can do it.
You pull it off. You lift him. He is incredibly heavy. Like for a wooden body, this feels more like obsidian or rock or marble, like in terms of weight. But
Yeah.
he gets picked up relatively easily, and you guys sort of hobble him back to camp. Actually, I'm going to say one more thing because this is a part of the actual adventure. He opens his eyes for a moment. There's like a moment of clarity as he opens his eyes. He says, "There's a ship in the lake. Go back to it in a couple hours." He looks at you, sort of gives you like a hard stare, and then he just sort of collapses again.
Okay. I take that note. I note it just in the back of my head.
Yeah.
My Farn is sitting there going, I'm just happy I beat I'm just happy I beat him. The Farn's buzzing. Like I'm physically buzzing a little bit.
It's kind of great. All right.
So, God, yeah. You just feel it was just like the entire thing was.
So
Finally, just miss. Fuck.
fucking hell. So what Remore was planning on doing was actually cutting off the dude's arm, like completely
No.
down to the like stub. And I said roll an 18 or better to do this, and he pulled a fucking 18 out of his ass. And I was like, son
I'm
of a
just
bitch.
sitting here. God damn it!
Yeah.
Smash.
Yep. If you had actually failed that roll, he would have gotten another opportunity to do this, and I would have given him success instantly.
That's fine.
I feel bad anymore. You were like a total victim of the turn order there.
Mm.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Remore. I do apologize. I mean, to be fair, it probably would have been kind of okay because Zoes
Yeah.
are like that.
Yeah, Zows actually can regenerate their entire bodies.
Yeah, but I was just more like, okay, I need to split I need to split these two, or else this is gonna go bad real bad,
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do 2 spare time rolls when we get back to the camp.
Yep.
1 for healing and 1 for repairing
Fair enough.
armor.
His
You gave me an extra spare time roll for that, right?
yeah, I'm giving you an extra spare time point, and I'm also gonna give
Cool.
Remore a spare time point for that because that roll was kind of sick.
It was great, but god damn it, I'm sorry.
feel
I
bad.
really feel bad now.
It is what it is.
All right, we get him back to wherever we're going. Hold on, food's here.
Hey, there you go. Good time to take a break.
Happy?
What?
So,
That's what I heard.
oh, thank God. Good,
Right.
let's go with
Don't worry
that.
about it. Right. Hey guys, part 3. Don't mind me. I need to really take this back to mom's and probably also paste this entire video together once I'm home. But for now,
Yep.
we are doing what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for the most part, you guys. She sort of like
So we-
sighs. She's like, "Thank you for returning thank you for returning Zari to us. If you wish to stay the night, we have homes available that haven't been used in some time."
That sounds like it might be lovely. Hold on.
Yes, of course.
That sounds lovely. We actually wanted to go back down to the lake to see something.
Oh, you mean the light that appears from the bottom? Are you here to study that? I suppose you guys
We just
travelers, yes, but
yes, we saw something out in the lake over there and wanted to take a look at it.
sure, go for it. We personally don't go anywhere near the lake. It's taboo. It's not good. If we touch water, there seems to be something in the water that eats at us. An insect of some kind. It's strange. It eats only at wood and bark, so we don't go anywhere near it.
All right. Well, we can make it there and take a look at it.
Please do. Let us know what you find.
Of course.
Understood.
I motion towards the other two. Let's go.
I'm right behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna follow along.
Right. So, you guys make your way back to the lake. By this point, it's probably gotten to be mid-afternoon. Sun's starting to go down. As you reach the lake, there is a the strange blue glow that you guys saw, like that of ships' running lights. It has grown brighter and brighter and brighter, and now the entire lake is basically luminescent with it.
Okay.
There is a
Can
low
we
hum from the bottom.
Oh dear. Do I sense anything
No.
energy-wise?
No, you don't sense anything.
Does anyone have a drone or anything they can send in there? Well, I'm not dipping my toes in that.
A drone? No, I wouldn't say that
Drone
Sirius
or
would have one.
a fowl, whatever it is. Those meaty robot things.
Oh, a combat flash?
Yeah.
No, that's only Chew really had access to those, and we probably left them on Haven. I'm tempted to drop him from the campaign chat. He hasn't been around for a while.
Fair.
It'd be mean of me to push the engineer into the lake.
True enough. He kind of has a lot of electrical things on him too.
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably would be pretty bad.
Is there an easy way down into the ship?
I'd say no. It's probably like I'm not even gonna give you guys a description until you guys go down, anyways, or even put your face underwater. Like it's gonna be a while until I really do anything yet. All depends on the
Okay.
decisions that you guys make.
Well, for you're our leader, so I suggest you stick your face in the water.
Yeah, take a look at what's down there. It's a good idea.
Sure, I'll go ahead and take a look and see what's down there.
As you put your face in the water, first off, I'm going to have you take 1 point of endurance damage as something nips at your face and then decides that you're
Okay.
pretty gross and moves away.
How about no? It nips at my face. It receives a light shock.
Oh, fuck. So that happens. The entire lake lights up with like small sparks. And then you see like little black poofs all across the entire lake. You see about 1,000 small bugs sort of float to the surface and just sort of sit there.
My farm was just like, ow, zap.
Yeah, pretty much, and just everything dies. So at that, fucking hell, you see the remains of an not even actually a large ship. It's probably about the size of the barn door. There's a ship overturned on its. Do ships have backs? I don't really know. It's on the roof. Flipped over, and the running lights are sort of pointed at the bottom where it's hitting like bioluminescent kelp, and these kelps are chain reacting amongst each other and glowing really brightly. The ship itself has a huge hole in the side of it. There are what look like skeletons like hanging out the side of the ship.
Okay.
There is nothing else there.
Could we possibly use the barn door as a lift?
That's actually a good point. Would the barn door have a water-related elevator? I wouldn't say so. No.
I mean more like trying to pick up pick up the wreckage.
Oh no, it's probably a bit too big, a bit too heavy for the barn door because they're similar size classes, right?
Hmm.
I don't even know if it has a winch or a tractor beam or what.
I would say maybe mag clamps, but
maybe mag clamps, yeah.
Do we have any environmental suits to be able to go down there? Because I don't think anybody's can hold our breath for that long.
Probably not, no. I'd say... Actually, that's a good point. You've killed off all the bugs in the lake. Can I get you to make an intelligence roll?
Wait, what?
Can I get you to make an intelligence roll so I can sort of, like, metagame a thing here?
I killed off all the bugs in the lake?
The bugs eat bark.
I'm confused. What do you mean by I killed all the bugs?
You killed most of the bugs in the lake via that shock. The bugs were what were stopping from the Zao from going down there.
Oh. That's a 23.
Yeah, you immediately realize it. You're like, the Zao can breathe kind of underwater. They don't really require much air. And all those bugs that were eating the Zao are gone now. You could probably go and get their help, right? That's probably a realization that you've come to at some point.
Huh. We could probably get the Zao to help us with this. I think that Zap killed most of the things that were there.
Serious nod slowly.
We'll grab one of them.
Really a good idea.
We go back to... We go back over.
Okay.
We go back to the Zao village and ask, and I find Xinxu.
Okay. Xinxu looks at you.
So funny thing about the lake.
Yes.
There's a broken ship in there, which is why it glows.
It might have been one of the ones that went down.
There were also some bugs that apparently were eating bark, but one of them bit me, and I electrified the entirety of I electrified all of them.
You
So
sort
they're all
of
dead.
Mass murderer now.
you sense a slow realization from the Zhao, and she very quickly grows very happy, and she looks at you and she's like, "We appreciate this. We have plants in our village that let you hold your breath for a little longer. Similar to aeration devices, I think they're called from the corporate planets. We could probably lend you guys those and come with you."
If we could do that, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Understood.
We would need a place to put all of our electronics so that way we don't get fried.
Put them in your. I put them in the hovel that you stayed in the night before.
Okay.
I am not taking off my arms and legs. Biotech over here.
Don't.
Your
Where am I picking up water?
But if your biotech, would it be running on Would it be running on electricity, or would it be running on your own electrical impulses?
Probably electrical
Probably maybe a chance of both, I'd say.
That's a little
Considering there'd
weird.
be systems inbuilt as well.
Makes
Which
sense.
is, you know, the nanotech and everything.
Yep. Also, I'd say
Water isn't really my
maybe.
friend.
That's a good point too. Sirius is also gonna like ring over the comms for Celeste, and she's probably gonna pick it up, and he's gonna be like, "I don't suppose that you have any respirators? You seem to have traveled quite a bit." And she's like, "Let me check."
Environment.
Rolling.
Okay.
We do. We took a trip to Ocean Planet a couple of years ago looking for wreckage. We still have one or two respirators, not enough for the entire crew, but for one or two of you guys, it should be fine. Sirius nods. He's like, "Good to know. I'm gonna go back and grab those. Give me a couple hours."
Okay.
He's
So
gonna
we
trek
went
off.
and so he treks off to go collect those.
Yep. I rolled 3d6 for like availability, and I got the right roll. So,
Okay.
haha.
I sit and kind of just talk with the Zhao, any Zhao that's like present, just
Okay.
because I want to learn something about their culture.
Okay, so what you probably learn is the first major Zhao that inhabited Avalon were part of a Nephilim research ship, like a research frigate that went down in the area. And what happened was 86% of the Zhao escaped. The other 14% died in the crash, and pretty much every Nephilim were either drunk or partying and not inside of a secured place, and most of them died as well.
Hold on.
There were maybe 10 or 15 that survived to like a 1-8 advantage on the Zhao's favor. And the Zhao quickly ate and killed most of the Nephilim. Any subsequent research and rescue missions that came after them in the area, they all failed either through strange like circumstances, their ships randomly going down, stuff like that, or they were hunted down and killed by the Zhao. Eventually, the Zhao started to develop a consciousness of their own and a intelligence a little bit more capable than what they might have originally had, and they started to form cultures and tribes. And then eventually, a Zhao named Zari, about 15 years ago, united most of the tribes under one banner. There was infighting, and a massive civil war broke out, and all but 30 Zhao died off in the major war that took place. From those original 30, only about 13 people are left, and that's including children.
Okay.
So
or what amount to Zhao children?
Yeah, pretty much as close as you can really get.
Okay.
That would be what you would probably pick up.
Okay, cool.
So you know history of Babylon, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And I pull out typing typing most of that down because it's just something I like.
Yeah,
It's things I like learning.
fair enough. So it's probably like so that if we can metagame it as it's in your notebook now. Fair enough. So from there, I'd say you guys wait a couple hours, and Sirius returns with 2 respirators. He says that Celeste didn't have a third, and he probably would just say we oughta go.
Okay. I'll use one of the plants.
All right, I'll take one of the respirators. Here, Remor, you want to grab that? Okay. Do you want to grab that? He passes one to you.
I won't be able to go in the lake. You know, electricity and water don't mix very well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up top and keep guard.
All right, can do. Good luck then. We'll be.
Fallon? Yeah.
Then I'll
Fallon,
take.
have a look down for have a look down for any Nephilim biotech for me, would you? Are you down there?
Sure.
Can do. Slight nod, and he's like, "Well, should we get going?" Zinzu probably will like also hold up a hand. She'll be like, "I'll come with you. I'll grab some of my associates," and like 3 or 4 others out in similar wooden armor are gonna sort of show up and sort of be, and she's gonna say, "Lead the way."
So I start walking down towards it to go see what's going on.
The rest of the Zao are gonna follow you, as well as Sirius and Remor. Another hour passes. It's very dark by now. Oh,
I'm gonna leave my. Wait, what?
sorry, you were about to say something. I was just muting.
I'm gonna leave my most of my electric stuff with Remor, or at the very least in a pocket with Remor.
It's probably also going to be the fact with Sirius that he's going to leave all of his gear, like all of his armor, everything else. Oh fuck! Remor disappears.
The only things I'm gonna keep on me are the cube itself.
Okay.
Because as far as I can tell, that thing's not gonna electrify my ass. Not gonna get electrified by it, so I'll take that with me. The batteries can be submerged in water, right?
They create battery acid.
Then I'm not gonna submerge it in water.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that out. Leave that there.
Okay.
Basically anything. I'm gonna take my knife just in case, but other than that, I mean, I am gonna, if I'm gonna be in any sort of dry area, I can basically sizzle anything.
Yeah. Sirius is probably gonna take most of his gear and leave it on the waterfront, except for his SMG. And then he's gonna submerge it in water. There's a sound of whirring, and the SMG has like some of the metal plating seems to inflate, and sort of just the gun itself basically creates a pocket around itself of air.
Nice.
And sort of just sits underwater. He sort of waves at you guys. He says, "Let's go then," and he sort of dives underwater.
Question: our comms should be fine in water, right?
Yeah, should be. This is a high fantasy. This is a high sci-fi campaign.
Cool sci-fi.
So it's probably like
comms will work in the water.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard trope, and it makes sense.
Okay.
Give it a go. Yeah.
I start walking in.
Seriously, just gonna.
I only have my. Like my 2 guns are basically lightning throwers, so so I can't really take them with me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Other than me, but we're gonna start walking down towards the lake or swimming.
In that case, Zari would probably leave his throwing weapons with you. Well, actually, no.
With me or with?
He'd probably leave his wrist blade with you, which deals 4 end damage and 3 crit damage. and like a rate of fire of 1, and that's it. It doesn't have any hit, doesn't have any other modifiers. Pretty simple.
Wait, who's that going with? Who's that going to?
Probably you, Grim. It's
okay.
It's a metal simple weapon that you can just use to punch things if you need to.
Cool.
So it's just a weapon in case you need it. Okay, so we go into the ship. As you enter the ship, there is like running lights that are like flickering wildly a dark blue. The ship itself is mostly submerged underwater. There is massive holes in most of the hull, and like there's lots of dead skeletons on the floor. I'm gonna play a thing. Delirict Freighter, maybe Forbidden Galaxy. No, not Forbidden Galaxy. I'm gonna do Inch of Deep. So there isn't anybody who comes to greet you. There's no enemies that sort of wander through the halls. You're just alone. Some of the Zhao start searching the rooms, and Sirius sort of moves ahead. Can I get you guys to make me a survival check?
Me as well.
You're not with us, Remore, so it probably doesn't matter. I'm gonna roll 3d6 in real life, just because I'm an idiot. 9. Plus 0, so 9. I don't find it. Grim, you want to make a survival check?
Oh, wait, hold on. Survival? Wait.
Yep. Feel free to reroll that.
That's correct.
Okay. Reroll
And
that one.
I'm gonna reroll the 1, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's
16?
better. 17.
You search through this crew quarters. There are very much like degraded like covers of books that are made of leather. There are bed sheets that are sort of just laying against the ceiling. Most of the food items are very rotting, and they're just sort of floating at the top. You find a lockbox on the floor underneath one of the beds. It is decrypted with a very sophisticated lock in not even Nephilim. It's probably in ancient Zion, and it just sits there. It
Can
seems
I
like
move it?
You can pick it up. Yep, you take it.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna roll a d6. Right. It'll take you 2 days to decipher this or decrypt it. Unlock it, whatever.
Okay.
What about me?
You're on the
Fine,
surface.
but
You're not actually exploring this.
I know, but if you just bring it back up.
Yeah, you could probably find. I would probably say it still takes you a day to unlock this thing. It's old, very, very rare, very, very ancient. At least the lock.
Can we keep searching?
Yep. You move through the rest of this place. There's nothing in here in particular anymore. You find some sort of personal mementos. I say maybe like 100 credits worth of stuff. And then you reach the lounge. The lounge is a large cabin area similar to what it was like on the barn door. There is an Aerofizz machine sitting against the corner. It is dark on the inside, and there's like several cans sort of floating on the surface. There's something sparkling in the money return slot. On that, there's some this area of the ship would be on its side, because probably the way that this works is it would have been tipped up against the side as it fell. So on the very far side, furthest towards the wall, there's a bunch of rubble and like debris and like tables that have flipped over. There are like chairs that have been like crushed under the weight of stuff. There might be something in there too. And then there's one more entrance at the very, very front of the ship.
Okay. Can I head towards that entrance? Like I'm gonna look at. I spotted the shiny thing, so I'm gonna grab the shiny. I'm gonna check the shiny thing.
It's 20 credits, a single credit
I'll
chip.
I'll take the credit chip.
Okay.
And then I'll like start making my way up to the.
Yep.
What's it called? Start making my way up to the front.
12. So 12. That means that I got. Oh, I didn't get a correct search. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. Oh, hi.
Are you eating dinner?
Give me a minute. I'm just running this.
Are you eating dinner?
Yes, probably. So when you reach the front, you reach the cockpit. There is a Nephilim researcher. She is very dead. Her body has definitely decomposed by now. She has a dark blue and gold uniform, and in her hand is a engraved stone with runes on it that glow in a light blue color.
I'm gonna take that stone.
You take the
Is
stone.
there anything else salvageable in the cockpit from like the nav system or
Probably.
of any kind?
There's probably a nav data.
Okay,
It's decrypted. You need to spend another day on it.
that's fine. I'll take the nav data, the nav chip from the ship.
Okay, fair enough. So you do that. Other than that, nothing really huge. There's the uniform, but it's a uniform. It's probably not very good.
It's probably fairly distorted and broken by now. But
Yeah, probably.
I'll take the rune stone.
Okay, you take the runestone. On that, it doesn't look like there's really much left to you anymore. The rest of this place is
Okay.
pretty broken and crumbled.
Then
The running light-
motion to
oh.
Sirius.
One more thing. There is a heads-up display that's still showing, like, flickering pretty heavily, and it just has running lights on in the corner. And there's, like, an on-off switch.
I hit the off switch.
The blue light ends. Most of the kelp in the bottom of the lake go dark. You are plunged into darkness.
You are
I turn it back on.
there.
The rest of the lake lights up again.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
Okay, you leave it like that. I'd say you probably don't find anything else. It's pretty blech. Maybe it gives me one more survival roll. DC 15?
Hold on. Let me reroll that one.
Meanwhile, I'm just twiddling my thumbs on the surface.
Fair enough.
Let's go with DC 15. I make it.
Okay, fair enough. You find in the side of the ship, like where all that rubble is, probably Sirius will help you find this, but you find an emergency void suit. It is very heavily crumpled, it's waterlogged, but it has an EAS system attached as well, which is an environmental adaptation system. You can take this or leave it, but that's the only other big thing you find.
I'll take it.
Okay, you take it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing with it is a standard emergency void suit, but it has -2 slots, and it can function in any hostile environment with, you make a free action to automatically change it. Similar to what the Legion has.
That's neat.
Yep, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So we reappear at the top of the
Okay.
at the top of the lake.
Okay, you guys surface. Remore, you see the rest of us sort of come back up for air. Nothing huge. There are several Zhao carrying like wood and stone and like small bits of metal and other like salvage from the ship, and they're just sort of collecting it in their arms and gathering it, depositing it on the shoreline and heading back down under. Xinxu probably will remain behind and sort of sit around, chat with other Zhao that seem to be tired or like aren't working. Just sort of sit around her own.
I talked to the.
Okay.
I talk to. I go up to talk to Zinsu and say, "I think we found everything that we could use from that. We could use from it."
Ah, yes. We have found several materials of our own here as well. Uh, there isn't much really, but it would be nice for us to be able to tinker with, make better items and implements. For farming mostly. What did you find? Anything useful?
Well, we found a suit. We found a suit that can be useful for certain environments, and we found some nav data from the ship, but not some nav data from the ship and a weird stone. But
Stone.
that's about it.
Would you mind showing me the stone? That sounds interesting.
I pull the stone out of whatever like pouch or pocket I had on me.
This isn't. She picks it up. She looks at Remor. She looks back at the stone. This. No, it's not Scion, is it? It's different. It's a different dialect. She sits for a moment with it and sort of like stares at it, and then her eyes like light up, and she looks at you, and she looks back at it, and she looks back at you guys, and she's like, "This is a location for a cache of resources deeper in the jungle. Wood, stone, supplies, metal, anything that we could need. May I take this? I will reward you for this."
Yeah, sure.
Sure, you may.
You could almost see her grin beneath this mask, but there isn't anything there, so it's just sort of like a general aura of happiness. And she thinks to herself, she says, we have been salvaging most of the Nephilim ships in this area. We can give you what they had back in the village. We have a storeroom off to the south end. Other than that, I don't think that there are other like salvageable ships here, but we don't really have much else to offer. Thank you for your assistance, by the way.
Of course.
Yes.
The Nephilim, items from the Nephilim ship would be fine,
Yes.
but we appreciate it.
Yes. I do as well. This will be great for our village in the coming days. We need to start finding ways to grow our numbers, become a more formal organization, or at least bring more Zhao into the world, or at least into our planet. We wish to create an actual diplomatic force within this system, so it would be nice to have a home base.
I think you'll have a good start this way.
Indeed we will.
Gonna start putting down some roots, eh?
Well, that's horribly unfunny, but yes, I suppose we will. And there's like sort of like a couple people seem to find it humorous, not really many. Can I get you to make a conversation roll, even?
Oh God, no!
Make me a conversation roll. Make it. Do it. I want to see how.
What's the conversation?
I want to find the conversation.
Conversation.
Oh God. I want to see the effect this has.
This might just like ruin all relationships between our two races. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's just a matter of like how annoyed they get with you. Some of them find it funny. Not many. There's just sort of a general era of like busyness and like strict, like I need to work now kind of from everyone. But there are a couple that seem to notice you've made a stupid joke, and there are some that find it interesting or humorous.
Okay.
For the most part, though, she basically is like, southern building in the village. has what you people seek. I personally have to oversee the rest of this. What's it called? Salvaging operation.
So-
I will be back probably to see you guys off.
Hold on.
Time.
You're saying hold on?
No, no.
What am I holding on for, Grim?
So what we're doing now then? So.
Grim, what? Just muted. Oh, what? Did I make it over to my house? Did I raise everything okay? Oh no! God. Ah, man, my mom just texted me like, "Why didn't you get the lawn done?" And I'm like, I'm halfway across the city right now. It's my bad. I feel kind of bad now. But yeah, what are you guys gonna be doing from here? She sort of left you guys to your own devices.
Yeah, go into that place full of blue.
Okay. At that point, I'd say you guys make your way down. The building itself is padlocked, but she's probably told you guys the combination, so unlock it. There is 4,000 credits worth of currency here. So add 2 current resources to each of your sheets. There is... What?
Scrap on a pen now.
Yeah.
Plus 2 resources.
So 2,000 credits per person. There is
2,000.
a total of another 2 boxes of food-based trade goods.
Plus 2 food goods.
Yep. So 2 crates.
How many resources was it? Plus 2 resources.
Plus 2 resources to everyone in this group, so it's about 6,000 credits total. And then there's also a set of like cooking implements. So there's like knives and a book and some other sort of implements that are just sort of you don't really know the use for. And then there's also seeds. There are like crop seeds of a very strange type that you've never quite seen before. They're in like a variety of like colors: reds, blues, greens, purples, oranges. They're very interesting looking, but you don't really know the purpose of them. I'm not really going to mark that down. Feel free to mark it down if you need.
Yeah.
I will say for Grimm's benefit, the cooking implements are a +1 to all survival rolls, and they're specifically for making food.
Not for killing people.
Yeah. +1 to survival rolls for making food.
People can be
What I
killed.
missed?
Oh, you were away then. You weren't actually like able to hear. We went to the resource shed. Grim, me, and probably Remore, me, and you. Each person received 2 resources worth of credits. A total of 2 more boxes of trade goods for food, and there is a set of cooking implements. So like pots and pans and spatulas and knives and strange seeds. The strange seeds are a completely different item. I'll have you probably write that down. But they apply a +1 to survival rolls specifically for cooking food. That's why I said this is probably going to apply to you pretty heavily in the next couple of hours, right? Because it's literally like that's what you were going for. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, on that, there's not really much else to do on this planet that I expect.
Strange seeds, 2 boxes of resources.
Yep, for a total of 4. Yep.
4 boxes of resources.
Total. Yep.
And okay, cool.
Yep. That's about it. So for the most part, that's probably what'll happen on the planet. I'd say you guys probably will get seen off by the Zao, but otherwise you guys can continue doing stuff here or leave if you feel like it. That's
We
that
got
mission.
we got some kind of marker for them, right?
Yeah, you probably did. I will add that on in a minute once the stream's over, but I'll say that this is where Zao territory is.
Okay, well, I mean,
I'm
like,
gonna-
it's more so just like we get something that we can show the others
Yeah, right. She'll give you a wooden coin that's about a half an inch thick. It looks like a flower petal with basically a single eye in the center of it, and then the coin itself is a blood red with golden accents, and that's probably what she'll give you guys. She'll say, show it to any members of the Blossoming Orchid Collective in the future, and we will come to your aid. We'll also be willing to trade with you in the future, should we become big enough to do that.
Neat.
And she gives sort of a half nod, and she's like, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much. You helped us to this day quite heavily. And it's sort of like a half smile behind the mask you'd think you might catch, and she sort of treks back off in the forest. Right. So that's it. That's what I planned out for the planet. I guess we end the session here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the environmental suit though.
Cool. Wait, take off the environmental suit? What?
No, I'm gonna take it from Quest.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. She'll probably take it. Oh wait, you said you're gonna take it from Quest? You're Quest though.
No, I'm not Quest. I'm Foul.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, because I need it. 'Cause I can't go in water otherwise.
fair enough. So you both sort of make that trade.
Yeah.
And from there on, you guys probably go back to the ship and take back off. Continue on your journey.
Yep.
48 days, guys, and you're at your next destination. You've gotten
Guess
some
what
gear
I
up and a
had?
number of relations with a completely different clan. You've built up your gear to a point that's relatively acceptable, and you're level 3 now. I'd say you want to be level 4 before taking on this next area. So, 3 sessions or so that I need to spec out.
So guess what I thought I had?
Good.
Oh, what did you think you had?
Do you remember the very first mission we did with the giant ship that blew up?
Yep.
Well, I picked up a crate of rejuvenation vials from that ship.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
forgot about those.
Oh shit, how many do you
That's
have?
right.
You must have like thousands of them at that point then.
Yeah,
You've probably
Yeah,
got like a
that's
couple
okay.
hundred at least.
yeah.
It's not
And I could
bad.
have been using them this entire time.
Cool. Yeah, I'd say that you guys have sort of like at that point, I'd say those alone count as like probably like a toolbox or like a workshop, just a permanent workshop where you when you guys need to actually like heal, it just gives you a paramedic or whatever role just for free.
Okay.
Because it's just so many limb regrowth potions that if something goes wrong, you just regrow that too. Just continuously heal yourself until something works. But yeah, for the most part, that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. This was session number... Oh, God. It must be 6 now. Session number 6, session number 7 of Fragged Empire. Until next time, take cover, keep your heads down, and await further instructions. Peace out.